Yes, welcome back everybody. You have missed me for a week because I was on a holiday. I've been diving in the west of Mexico with sea lions and whale sharks. It was absolutely amazing. Now after a week of holiday I'm back at it and I'm going to try and make daily videos again for you about Bitcoin, Ethereum and other price action. And of course I will also soon be uploading more videos on the main channel. A lot has happened in that week, so we are going to trim it down from the weekly all the way to the hourly so that the swing traders and the day traders can use the video for today. Before we dive in, as always, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you didn't miss anything, leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. Now let's get into the charts and into the video to see what's going on. Alright, first of all, as said, we are starting off in a weekly. This is BTC USD. As you can see, we have been trading here below the ribbon, so that was quite bearish. We also broke out here on the falling wedge, and now we're pumping back in again a little bit. We kind of have a breakout, that's what it looks like right now, but I will show you that is not as clean as you think. Let's quickly head over to the daily. Of course, here also below the ribbon, still bearish. We had this fake out here for a few days. Now we're slowly trending back in. And we tested the first support and second support. What I mean with that, if you forgot, if you haven't seen it, is that I draw two support lines. One was on the bodies of the wicks and one was on the candles of the wicks. And if you would have traded, let's say here the breakout, then it was a fake out and went down. Here we had a few resistance, then we had a kind of a breakout which was also fake out, so the upper support again, and now we're kind of doing the same. Question is, are we now really going to break out or are we going lower? That's why I said already many times before, I want to see a very clear breakout on the daily confirmed above this falling wedge, and I want to see then both of the resistance lines being broken, preferably like a really clean breakout with volume, maybe even a retest, and then go higher. And these yellow lines that I draw here, those are all the resistance lines that need to be taken out. So there is quite still some hurdles to take before we are really going higher again. To be honest, the way stuff is setting up right now, these tiny wicks here, and also you see that the volume is going down, I don't trust it and I don't like it. So I am not convinced that we are going to break out and grind higher. Matter of fact, this might even be a bit of a fake out and then we're going lower. Sorry, I also so far don't see any bullish divergence on the daily. Okay, you could say that this might be a bit of a divergence, but not really. On the MACD, yes, we crossed bullish again, but like I said, because you see this tiny, the wicks are so tiny, then usually it just shows that price action is still weak. I mean, you also see it here, and then suddenly, boom, you see a big red candle, and that then comes with a lot of volume. We also have seen it here. Here the candles were a little bit bigger, and then suddenly, boom, two big candles, and we're out. And you also see that this goes on a high volume. So I really want to see volume stepping in right now, the bulls taking over for us to really break out. If that doesn't happen, I'm not trading it. By the way, I also didn't trade at all last week because I was mostly underwater than looking at the charts, which was kind of nice, and looking back at it, I didn't miss a lot. So that was great timing, although actually I didn't time it, but that was quite a coincidence. Let's look at the 4 hourly. Yeah, kind of actually the same picture. We see here that the MACD is still kind of trending a little bit bullish, but yeah, no overbought, no oversold territory. You see here also this tiny breakout. I actually looked at this chart yesterday and I thought, now maybe we could see quite a heavy breakout. That didn't happen because we traded for a long time around this level. If I zoom in on the hourly, you can see it. You see all these hourly candles, and I was like, well, that's not such a powerful breakout actually. Maybe we even go down. Also here I didn't trade it, so I just stood on the sidelines and waited. Actually, now I'm zooming in on the hourly. You see, right away when I'm recording this, you see that we're trying to go out and actually we didn't. So this thing might go lower again, retest this and even break lower. What are my price targets? It's better to see that on the 4 hourly. If we will break out, of course, then the 40k, 42, then we go to 44. Actually, if you put a gun against my head and say, now pick a price target, then I'll say we are going lower, we are going to quickly go through here, maybe once test this and then also go lower, and maybe even visit then the lows here around 33k or 29k. Why am I saying 29k? Because I also said this already, I think 2 weeks ago. That is this level right here, where we had quite some confluence. If I'm drawing a box, then it's also pretty clear. You see that this is then kind of the level or the box with a lot of volume and touch points, where we have been in and out numerous times, and we kind of dipped below it, but we didn't really see this big shakeout. And usually when we have these corrective periods of time, you at some point see like a big shakeout, and then some zigzagging, some accumulation, and then we are making another move. Okay, this one was in the triangle, but eventually you want to see a more of a breakout on volume. I have to be honest, yes, of course you could say, hey Ray, this was not a breakout on volume, because actually you see the volume here going up. That is true. I think this pump caught a lot of people by surprise. But yeah, like I said, we haven't got out yet, and the volume here is getting very, very low. So I just still see and smell a lot of fear in the market. There's still quite some doubt. So yeah, if the bulls are not stepping in, then we don't have a surprise event like a tweet of Elon Musk, or some big party stepping in, or a central bank that approves it, or a country like El Salvador is going all in on Bitcoin, those kind of major events, then I don't suddenly see this price pumping. Yes, Michael Xavier bought a lot of Bitcoin again, but that is not really new news, because he already did it multiple times. So I think he also just bought some again, but that doesn't really move the markets anymore, because we're kind of used to it right now. So that those are my price targets. If we're going lower, it's this box, and if we're going higher, then it's 40, 42k, 44k. And on the hourly, I am also just staying cautious. I will most likely not trade it. Maybe if we really break through here, then I will maybe enter a short, but I will keep a very, very tight stop loss. Take those profits, 5%, 10%, 15%, I'm out. And of course then I'm meaning with leverage. So yeah, just be very, very careful. Okay, let's quickly head over to ETH. Kind of same story. We see here the price on the weekly. We broke through the weekly ribbon. Retest number 1, retest number 2. Week of course not over yet, but also here we're missing the strength. You could say, hey, we're slowly making a little bit of a turnaround here, but I would absolutely not use this as an indicator to go long. Also here it's still pretty bearish, and also here we're missing just the power of the bulls. If we are zooming in on the daily, then I will take out the ribbon, of course. Oh, and look at this, beautiful. You actually also see this test here of the ribbon. So let's see if that will work out. To be honest, I don't think so. Right now we're also at this support level, which also is then the support box, which is around 2780, 2800. That will be my first level. If we break it, then we are going to visit the 2950. Or here a little bit on the top is 3150. This support box has been major support and resistance for a lot of times, and once we really broke through here, then you see we're kind of trying to retest to reclaim that area. I think a lot of resistance will come in, and the bears will try to push the price down, because once they're able to do so, then there's kind of not a lot of support anymore, and then boom, you can go lower here. So to kind of retest maybe these levels wouldn't be a unlogical sign. Matter of fact, if we would really go down here, we're kind of retesting and not breaking out, I would then actually trade this maybe more on the hourly. Then I might even enter a short. Let's quickly head over to smaller time frames. There we see same kind of story, took out the ribbons again, not oversold, no bullish divergence. It's kind of the price kind of mimicking BTC a little bit. We're now here testing the support. Again, missing the volume. I mean, look at the dump here. There was much more volume coming in even already on the smaller time frames. Look at this, much more volume, much more volume. So we're just really missing the power of the bulls, and then if you miss the power, you don't need a lot of power of the bears to dump the price down. Let's zoom in on the hourly, which you kind of see the same. You could say, and the same also goes for BTC, that we're kind of in this yeah, triangle or a bit of a wedge kind of pattern. Not so super strong. You could trade it, but yeah, like if we have this resistance, then the next support will be then here around this level, will be around 2500. I don't know if I trade it or not. Let's see how the price action evolves. I'll just stay very careful here, and I want to see actually a daily close above this box for me to really turn into bullish again. Yes, then you probably missed the bottom here, most likely, but you're also not losing any money, because if this thing's turn around, then it goes super fast, and there will be a lot of people liquidated. So yeah, there's still, that's kind of what I'm noticing. Also on a lot of Discord channels, people really trying to guess the bottom, and every time I hear this was the bottom, this was the bottom, this was the bottom, and constantly we're going lower. So it is getting everybody by surprise. So I actually want to see maybe some retesting of these levels or these levels right here, and if that even breaks, then let's head over to the 4 hourly. Yeah. Then actually I'm looking out for these lower levels, and then we're talking about, oh, that is very low, talking about $2,000 range. Would be a lot, around 20% from now, but that would be really my line in the sand. Yeah, if else, then of course this level, because you see that was also kind of support and resistance, not so super clean, to be honest. I mean, you see that it has been support and resistance here multiple times, but we kind of missed it here. I mean, it traded at and around, but yeah, that would actually be my my main one. Maybe if we would suddenly dump down, I will with a correction and some sideways action maybe put in a long here, but let's see how the price action shows. If this really goes fast, then I am stepping out. I'm on the sidelines. I'm just waiting this to play out, because stuff will be oversold much faster, much more than you think, and sometimes the corrections goes on longer than you think. So then an RSI oversold doesn't say anything. So just be very careful. Like I said, we're breaking this on a daily. It closed below, above. That is my sign to go all in long again. So that will be above the 3200 level. And if we would really reach all the way this bottom level, I will probably also put in a long to play the bounce. There will be then a small position, low leverage, just in case that we're not wicking even lower. Quickly head over to the Fear and Greed Index. As you can see, we have been trading on this low already for quite some time. That is nothing new, because you can see also here in halfway 2021 we also were in this range for such a long time, and we are kind of now doing the same. So still be very cautious. These are the levels that I am looking out for. If you think this is interesting, if you like it, please do me a favor, like, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links in the descriptions. I will post multiple tweets daily. Same goes for Instagram, you can follow me there. Or if you want to be more educated about more broader stuff, then also follow me on the main channel, where we talk about all kinds of things like interest rates, real estate, crypto, stock market, all kinds of good stuff, investment opportunities. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check out the main channel, or kind of the finance channel, Race Finance channel. The link is somewhere in the description. Last but not least, I'm going to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.